Hey guys, good day and good energy to everybody. So I watched Joy's live stream, one of them last night. I think she did two, and you know, it was evident to me that she seemed really angry, um, and she said some things that I've been thinking about, and so I wanted to address them. Um, she mentioned things. I think she's referring to me. So I'm making this assumption, but my problem with confrontation, and it's true. I admit it. There is a fear that I have when it comes to speaking up. Just being myself. Fear. That may be a slightly. I don't know if that's the right word. There is an apprehension though. It's when I was younger, it was more fear. You know, um, yeah, I remember as a child, I would be talking to people, and I'd be so, almost overwhelmed with anxiety and nervousness at feeling like I didn't know why. I didn't know what was going on. I just felt incredibly uncomfortable with trying to have a normal conversation with somebody. And, they would, a lot of times it would happen with movies or shows or like jokes or things that people would ask me if I knew about. And, because I didn't want to tell them no, because I didn't want to hurt them. And, now that I'm learning more about myself, I think one of the other reasons why I say I would essentially lie to these people and tell them that I knew what they were talking about when I didn't, because I didn't want to mess the flow up. I was young, and anything that I was really sensitive to. So um, my imagination tells me that if I were to tell this person that no, I don't, I haven't seen this movie or watched this show or heard about this joke, I feel like that would, in a sense, make the person maybe not like me as much, or it would just, make it more of an uncomfortable situation, at a time when I'm already feeling uncomfortable. So I would just go along with it, and I would lie and pretend like I knew what they were talking about when I had no clue what they were talking about. Um, you know, so this is something I did for years. Up until I think I met Shawn Michael. So up until I was about 17. But my whole adolescence, all growing up, peer pressure, definitely influenced me. The desire to want to fit in. Um, so, that's my history, that's my past. These are things that I've dealt with, and I think that it's, and then my relationship with Joshua recently. Me looking up to him as God, um, and trusting in him as God. I really tried to trust in him even against my better judgment and my better knowledge of spirituality and the way the world works. I put that I put my own feelings and ideas, aside and tried to trust on his. And what happened, and I'm glad that we went through everything we've had to go through, because it's helped me learn more about him, and it's helped me learn more about myself and the dangers of holding your tongue and not speaking your truth. And so now me and Joshua are in a place where just I think it was 2 days ago, we almost ended our relationship. I'm the type of dude that's always going to be open. I do take breaks. In relationships. But I'm always trying to rebuild. I never want to just X somebody out of my life forever. But I can see how I can really hurt people. I can really offend people just by and I think a lot of it is because I put on a fake face. And with Joshua, for a long time I would be his yes man and just go along with what he was saying, even though it didn't feel right to me. But because I'd lost touch with my voice and my heart, I didn't even know how to help him out in a situation when he was down, because I was so, it's like being hypnotized in the way that he's doing things. Like when things would go bad with him in his life, because I was so absorbed in him and became him essentially, and forgot like a lot of myself, I wouldn't be able to, help him out in conversations or in times when he was hurting, because I didn't know what to say. I had lost touch with that part of myself, and then when the moment comes when you feel like you need that part of yourself, if you haven't been doing nothing to help build that part of yourself up, it's not really going to be there, and it's a moment that I'll probably remember for the rest of my life, hearing him on the phone and just, him being completely miserable and lost, me being right there on the phone, and, like knowing why he's feeling that way, but because I'd fed this facade for so long, and I had denied my own truth for so long, that in that moment when he was, expressing how he felt, I didn't have the ability to tell him why, because I hadn't, it just wasn't there. It's like when you don't use your muscles, you don't use a skill or anything, you do lose, a level of relationship, a level of intimacy with that. So anyways, this has kind of digressed a little bit, longer and in ways that I wasn't expected, but I wanted to just essentially say that, Joy, you brought up some really good things for me to reflect on, and all you guys have, and all my friends, and all of you guys are on my mind every day. I think about you guys, and a lot of the reason why I'm not talking to you guys as much as I used to has to do with, it's a few different things. There is fear. There is the apprehension of me conflicting with you guys. That is true. That is real. That does exist. A lot of it also is, an exhaustion. I feel like I've talked about these points with you guys so many times, that for me it's come to the point where I'm just gonna do the work and, see what happens with what I know. And I hope you guys are doing the same with your guys' ideas and projects. And, in the process, I think one of us, or, we'll all kind of figure out, where we need to be and what needs to be done and all that. But I've just felt like we've done a lot of talking, and I'm in a mode of action. I want to start doing stuff and start really working. And also, I don't want to continue talking about these ideas until, I think we've come, what I've realized is all these dealings with my friends and people and on the internet, all over the place, is, we need a common perception to align ourselves with in order to get things done in the most efficient and loving way possible. This is what I've come to find out. So this is something me and Sean Michael have played with a little bit, and I hope he's still working on it. I'm sure he is, knowing him. But it's something that I've been working on too. And with my family here, I've been talking with my mother, and she is now wanting to sell this house and start developing a self-sustainable operation. So the time to really develop a way of doing things that we can all agree upon and get along with, and that can help us all grow better and be better. I think the time is ripe for such a thing to be done. So, but again, I'm digressing a little bit. These are things I just wanted to share at some time, and it seems to be, this is the time. So, you guys okay, Mark? Anywho, but But yeah, again, to Joy, I'm sorry, for offending you. And I do think you cared about the children. I wasn't trying to say like you didn't care about the children, because you turned your name to apathy. A lot of the reason why I felt the way I felt is because I was really hopeful that me and you, or whoever else, as many people, I want as many people to begin working on this as possible. Ways to help the children. There was time on our chat, or your stream, when I was in your chat, that I'd asked, or I told you I'd want to work on ways to help the children, and you seemed like you were considering the idea. So I've been hopeful that we can do that sometime soon. It's whenever whatever happens is the right time. I'm eager to get working on this stuff. I'm so eager that I think for the time being, in fact, that it's perhaps a good idea that I just want to focus more on the work. Like, I realize where I'm at in my life. It isn't the right time, I think, to be in a relationship, like a real intimate relationship with a female. There's still just I really think it's a climax. We're in the middle of a climax right now with humanity and everything that's going on. And, I've waited a long time. I've been very patient, with, my own romantic desires. And, I don't want to spoil it, right before I've reaped the harvest of, being patient and holding out for the right time and the right place. I guess what I'm saying is the work's got to come first. I've got to have a good, momentum and direction and agreement with everybody in my life about what needs to be done in hell to save the children in the world before I can focus on a relationship. So, I love you, Joy, and I do think, hey, he was a good boy. We're going to go soon. Anyway, I love you guys. Hope you all have a great day. All right, I got to run. Love you. Bye.